I was gonna make a very cool intro in which I show you all my very messy studios, and I forgot to do it, but you know, here you have some mess. Welcome to Cosplayland, I am Alice, and I know I have been gone for a couple of months, but I have very good reasons for that, and spoiler alert, one of the main reasons is behind me. And I will also tell you what I have been doing the last 3 months. So I'm gonna carry on talking while I do a little bit of decluttering because many other things happen, as you can see. But after 3 months of home renovations and cosplaying like crazy, well, you will see. You will see. Yeah, I know I haven't been posting any videos for the last about 2 months, but the reason behind it is because I was going through some major renovations at home, and when I say major renovations, I mean major renovations, particularly in the bathroom, because my bathroom was in a state that it was beyond repair. We did try a lot of DIY in the past to make it usable, but unfortunately it got so bad that we literally had a leak on the living room downstairs, and you could basically see downstairs from upstairs. It was that bad. And even if we tried our very best to stop it, the only solution was to completely change the bathroom to fix it. And let me tell you something, this has been a nightmare. And you must be thinking, such a lovely new bathroom, it looks so good, it's so nice, it's amazing. What you don't know is that not only they took longer than they said they were gonna take, they also did it wrong. And we did it wrong and piped all the pipes wrong. The solution was to make a hole to my corridor. Like, they've left this. So, like, honestly, this is part of my decoration in my house now. The problem here is that my house is 150 years old, so any renovations and anything that you do in this house never goes according to plan. It's still not finished. Of course, in my naivety, I assumed that even if I was gonna be very busy with workers upstairs, I would still be able to just create some content for you and record videos and do things during the afternoons or the weekends. And I did try my very best at the beginning of the year to show you some videos which were more chatty and more talking about cosplay than actually making cosplay, when the reality was that I couldn't even enter the studio because there was such a mess in the house that it was literally impossible to do anything. Fairly soon I realized that catching up with all this was not going to be possible because during the day the workers were being noisy, so I couldn't record anything, I couldn't edit anything, and most days they were actually staying till 7 in the afternoon, and more often than not they were even coming on Saturdays, which meant my whole week and every day for those 4 weeks were constantly just noises and dust and having to clean the house. If you have ever gone through renovations, you can imagine how bad it was. By the way, if you think that's the only thing that has gone wrong during the last 3 months, you are very, very wrong. During this time, I got myself a new sewing machine that broke. What the hell is this? So I had to buy a second new sewing machine, which is still working, don't worry. But not only that, my 3D printer broke as well. So I have a new 3D printer in the room now. Oh, you want more? You want more broken things? Don't worry. I also broke the air compressor. And I have the new air compressor for my airbrush. over there waiting to be set, because that one is also dead. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, if you want to buy a pattern from me, maybe this is the time. I would really appreciate it, but if you just like gift me a like, I will also very much appreciate it. So thank you for your kindness. But that doesn't mean that I did not try my best, and the truth is that during this time I decided to make the best of it. I just tied myself to my desktop downstairs and started making patterns for cosplay like crazy, because that's what I do. If you can't do something, you just readapt and do something else. So the reality is that I actually managed to do a lot of things and create lots of new patterns, and most of those patterns are already available in Patreon, and all my patrons have had a ton of things from older and newer cosplays and things which are yet to come and you haven't seen yet. After 2 months of non-stop work, we finally got ourselves a little break, and we were slowly going back to normal until me and my partner, we both caught COVID or the flu or who knows what, and that was an extra 2 more weeks off in which we were so ill we couldn't even get out of bed. Because, you know, it happens. As soon as we recovered and the workers were out of the house, I started working like crazy, making cosplays like crazy. And the truth is that I have been able to finish quite a few of them. This is my rack of work in progress cosplay, and these are all the things that I managed to finish or almost finish during the last 3 months. Starting with my Seiko, to be honest, these were actually bought parts and I put them together and made some changes to it, but I thought that in January, because I was gonna be very busy, I would be able to be doing this cosplay because it was an easy cosplay that would only take me a couple of days. Spoiler alert, it only took me a couple of days, but I wasn't able to do this cosplay until I think March, because, you know, I couldn't use my sewing studio, so I couldn't just not even do this on time, which is crazy. But it's not just this. I actually have here the shorts because I'm making another dress, and this one is also finished, but you know, spoiler alert, that one is coming. And I say spoiler alert because if you're on my social media, you already know what I'm doing. I just post daily on my stories, so if you want to know what I'm up to, just follow me there. I'm just saying. Here I have a cosplay that has been on the works since I think September or October, and during last winter I was like probably just stressing out with all the renovations that I was gonna have, because the reality is that we actually started getting in touch with the company to do the bathroom in September, I believe, and originally they said that they were going to be doing it in October, so we had to prepare the whole house, and I was making these while I was also taking all the pictures down, just figuring out the best way to just hide stuff so it doesn't get covered in dust. And I've been so stressed out just thinking about the renovation that October came, it didn't come out for Halloween, and then I just like, you know, I had to go to Spain earlier than I usually do, so I had to drop everything that I was doing in order to be able to go visit my family, because they were dropping the first things in December here. So it's been, I think it's been 6 months that have been a nightmare, but forget about that. Let's talk about pretty cosplays. Pretty. They are pretty. And I have also made this lovely Chi-Pao cosplay, and this is a pattern that's gonna be coming very soon to my page as well. But I have only made, this was supposed to be a mock-up, but it actually turned out into a cosplay. And I don't have footage of making this because, as I said, this was a mock-up, but I am making the actual dress later on, and that is something that's also done. A new thing that I also made. This project has been going on for at least 3 years. I've been wanting to release, is that different colors? I've been wanting to release a new base pattern for cosplay. If you know, in my page you have also patterns which are just blocks that you can adapt, and this is a fitted basic block, and this means that it has very little seam allowance, so you can just like make it like very close to your skin, because cosplayers usually wear very tight clothing and the available in most places are like very big and you have to adapt them a lot. So I thought, why not make this specifically for cosplayers? And because I didn't need to record how I was sewing it, I was able to just make a pattern for this fitted basic block as well. I managed to do in January, again just trying to use the weekends and just the weekends and just Sundays, is this first part of my Tifa Holy Grail, is it Holy Flames Tifa from Ever Crisis, which is a cosplay that again I couldn't finish for Christmas because, as I said, I had to run to Spain if I wanted to see my family, and I managed to finish half of it. The other half is also very advanced, but it just doesn't look great to be wearing a Christmas dress in April, so that will probably be later in the year where I show you how I made this part and the rest of it. And let me show you all of the work in progress baskets that I have at the moment, because it's quite a bit. Oops. And here you have a few more work in progress baskets for things that I am going to be doing next. This is my Seiko, and this is fabric for the new chipao that I want to make. There's actually several fabrics in there. I don't even know what's in here, but something. And let's address the elephant in the room, because Yaya is also finished. At the beginning of March, I had about 5 or 6 cosplays ready to just finish and take pictures, or almost ready to just take pictures of. However, I realized that if I were to finish all those cosplays and get them all done, I wouldn't really have time to make Yaya Miko, because even if I have been pushing on her for many times, I still had lots to do, and in my experience with her, things take longer than you think they are gonna take. So I knew that the only way of getting her done was to completely drop everything else and start working like crazy on Yaya Miko. And when I say like crazy, I mean like crazy. I have not had a weekend off for over a month just working on this cosplay, and I am aware that everything else was going to be delayed, but I really wanted to take pictures of her with the sakura flowers, and I was trying my very best to go as quick as possible to get her out and done once and for all. But as you can see, she is actually done. And I am very happy that I chose to drop everything else, because I really needed to get a win this year. I really needed it. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, while I was just stuck downstairs with my computer just doing stuff, I was able to finally just change my webpage and make it work smoothly, because it was so slow before. I actually managed to contact someone to transfer my webpage to a new server, and now you click on it and it actually works and sends you to places instead of having to wait 3 minutes for it to react. So I am very happy that my webpage is finally working, because honestly it was so slow that I don't blame you if you didn't want to go to my webpage, but it's working now. These past few weeks have been all about getting ready for what's coming and getting all those cosplays ready. I have already started taking photos and just doing finishing touches, and I have also started editing videos, and I just can't wait to show you all the things I've been making on the backstage, and I would love you to be able to see them, so make sure to be back next week because I will be showing you the first few videos for Yaya Miko. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next adventure. Bye! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is this working? Is this too loud? Is it not loud again? Go. Loud enough? New microphone. It's sunny. I like sunny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you decide it for me? Please? I'll give you food. Come on. Don't be like that.